out. Excellent. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Debbie Morrow. I founded the Real Estate Agent Referral Network and Marketing Tips about 3 years ago, and I love it. I watch business get passed back and forth in there every single day. You guys are so active. I love, love, love what you're doing. And so we're going to go around the room with introductions, and we're going to start with Kylie, and then Samantha, and then Rana.
Good morning, everyone. My
name is Kylie Yale with Otters Real Estate Services in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's a boutique brokerage. I'm coming up on my 9th month in real estate, and it looks like I'll have 20 to 25 transactions in my first year.
Kylie, you're a rock star. We love that you're here learning and supporting everyone else as they learn. She's definitely one to watch in the future. So Samantha, Rana, and then Teresa.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Samantha Knox. I am a client success manager for Ray's 5-day challenge that he hosts. I live in California, super sunny California, even though it's not been so sunny the past week and a half-ish. But that is me. Good morning.
Excellent. Thanks. Rana, Teresa, Denise.
Good morning. I'm Rana Jan at have Realty One Group Capstone in Oklahoma City. I'm the broker owner. I've been in real estate for roughly 7 years, and I roughly do anywhere from 30 to 40 transactions a year.
Excellent. Well, welcome, because it's your first time on the call. Welcome, yes, for being here.
Thank you.
Teresa, Denise, Peggy.
I'm Teresa Davis. I'm located in the Piedmont Triad area of North Carolina, which is like the central part. I'm with the premier group of EXP Realty, and I've been in real estate for 4.5 years.
Excellent. Thanks. It's also Teresa's first time here, so thanks for joining us. Denise, Peggy, and then Ashley.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Denise Moore Contreras. My brand is Denise in Tampa Bay. I work for Star Bay Realty, and it's an Indian-based company that allows me to tap into the continent of Asia, which is pretty exciting. I am a certified international property specialist, and my concentration is commercial and STEM relocation here to the Tampa Bay area. I've been a realtor for the last 6.5 years. I'm taking active referrals. I love everybody around the globe. I do not in any way not take those referrals. I figure out how to collaborate. So I'm here to serve, and I'm glad to be a part of this platform.
Excellent. Thanks, Denise.
Hey, Debbie,
Peggy, Ashley,
I think
yes?
it's Denise's birthday today.
What? Happy birthday. Wait. Okay, at the end, we'll sing happy birthday to
Ray.
Denise. Don't let me forget Ray, okay?
I'm on it.
Peggy, Ashley, and then Elise.
Good morning. I'm Peggy Beauregard. We are the Nest Egg Builder. We work with the passive investor, helping them with a great retirement by investing in commercial real estate. We don't represent any real estate. We work with people like you who refer us clients who want to build their retirement and pay you a referral fee. And then we work with the syndicator on the other end who brings us very good returns of double digits. I wish I could say and beyond, but not yet. They could double over the 5 or 7 year period hold. So like that. So lovely to meet you. I'm in the Los Angeles area. I'm in Pasadena, and this is my first time on. 7 o'clock is a real push for me. So, but I'm here because I really want to meet all of you. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks for being here, Peggy. We appreciate it. And you look beautiful for 7 a.m. in the morning. So it obviously doesn't matter.
I have a heavy day, so I have to be ready for the day.
Excellent. So Ashley, Elise, Constantine.
Well, it's 10 o'clock here. An excuse for the way I looked. But my name's Ashley. I work in Monmouth County, New Jersey, so like central area, Jersey Shore, for Resources Real Estate. It's a much smaller, independent, but international company. I have just started, so just got my license in like January, so I am new.
I muted myself before I started talking. That wasn't very smart, was it? Welcome to the call. We're happy you're here. And hopefully you'll keep coming back and learn something each time. So Elise Constantine Rezel. Oh, Elise is on the phone. So we're going to skip and come back. Constantine Rezel, Monica.
Good morning. My name is Constantine Mingo. I am a realtor in Colorado. I moved from Togo, West Africa, and that is why I'm still working on my English. I speak French, and I have my youngest daughter that decided to wake up, and she's behind the camera. If I'm kind of looking weird, I'm talking to her. I'm trying to manage her here. So I love referral. I have been in business for about 7 months now. So good to meet you guys. This is my maybe 5th time. I don't remember. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for being here, Constantine. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Rezel, Monica, Jamaica.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I am Rizal from Philippines, and I am very grateful to Debbie because she invited me way back February, and I'm happily announced that I got my first referral and I sold it. And I'm very happy because joining here, it gives me more knowledge to connect more people. And yeah, it's my first time to this networking. This real estate is a good industry. So yeah, nice to meet you all. I'm very happy. Thank you, Debbie.
Well, congratulations, Rezel. We're so excited for you. I love hearing success stories like that. Monica, Jamaica, Carolyn.
That is beautiful. So excited to be here. Happy birthday, Denise. So I am Monica Kay. I'm a real estate business and bulletproof mindset strategist known for the Earn 90K in 90-day program. And I'm also the author of the Bulletproof Mindset for Real Estate Agents coming out in the winter of 2023. Excited to be here, friends.
Thanks, Monica. Jamaica, Carolyn, Nicole Polk.
Hey, beautiful people. My name is Jamaica Johnson. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, service all of Western North Carolina. I'm with Rita Lee and Associates Realty Group. Just a firm that just started last year. It's my 3rd time.
Excellent. Thanks for coming back. And Carolyn just picked up the phone. So we're going to go Nicole, Danny, and Dorothy.
Good morning. My name is Nicole Polk. I am with my home group out of Phoenix, Arizona. And I also am in Seattle, Washington. I'm dually licensed and I go back and forth between the two. And I have been a realtor for 7 years. And I think that's it.
Excellent.
This is my first time.
Perfect. Thank you for being here. So Danny, Dorothy, and then we're going to go back to Carolyn because she's off the phone now. So Danny, go first.
All righty. Good morning, everyone. I'm Danny with Military Home Loans. We are licensed in 11 states, and through APM, we are licensed in 49. So unless you're in New York, we still can help you out. Give me a call or connect with me through my QR codes over here. These are the states that we're licensed in. And coming up June 28th, we got our monthly Everything VA Lunch and Learn. So it's also virtual now, so you can also join if you're not in San Diego.
Excellent. Thanks, Danny. Dorothy, Carolyn, Deanna.
Good morning, everyone. So this is my first time on. So my name is Dorothy Pastorelli. I'm a realtor with Compass out of Chicago. I do the Northwest and Western suburbs. So I've been an agent for over 15 years. So I help both sellers, buyers. I work with investors, builders, so a little bit of everything, and excited to be on.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us, Dorothy. Carolyn, Deanna, and then Allison.
Good morning. I'm Carolyn Quelly with the Home Team of Integrity Real Estate. We are a boutique brokerage based out of the northeastern corner of Maryland. I personally do Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania. I have a lot of clients who are in, kind of looking in 2 out of the 3 states, mainly because of the low inventory right now. We continue here just to be needing houses to sell. So I work across the board with buyers and sellers. I focus more on the listing side and have some people on my team who are more focused on the buyer end. But we do cover it all, kind of from Philadelphia to Baltimore and then down to Ocean City, Maryland. So that whole triangular region.
Excellent. And Carolyn, this is your first time on the call, right?
I was on previously, but it's been a little while, and it's a great call. So I'm happy to be back. I apologize. I knew I would get a phone call as soon as you said my name, because that's how it works.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, well, we're happy you came back and found us again. Deanna, Allison, and Jesse.
Good morning. My name is Deanna Price. I'm with Exit Realty, Realty Consultants, and I'm here in California. So I service the Central Valley, Bay Area, Sacramento areas. I've been licensed as of last month for 20 years. Yes, I started when I was 2. I am also a certified senior residential specialist. So thanks for having me. It's my first time.
Thanks for being here, and even dedicated in your car. I love it. Love it. So Allison, Jesse, and then Naveen.
Hi, my name is Allison Day. This is my first time on the call, so I'm really excited to be here. I'm with RE/MAX in Central Florida, so I cover everything from Orlando, all the suburbs around that, all the way out to some of the beaches, so Cocoa, New Smyrna, Daytona. And I've been doing this for 18 years, and I still love it.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks.
Jesse, Naveen, Donna.
Hey, Jesse, brand spanking new, still going through my unit tests right now. I got through all the material, but I'm also in the Piedmont Triad, so I know where I'm in Winston-Salem. So that's what I'm doing.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us this morning, Jesse. I hope you learned some great stuff and we can help propel your real estate career.
Thank you.
So North Carolina is well represented here today. Naveen, Donna, and then Chris Dowell.
Hi everyone, my name is Naveen and I'm with Fathom Realty. I'm in Southern California in Riverside County, which is the area where I serve my clients mainly. If you know anyone who likes to be in California, wants to move to California, but doesn't want to pay the crazy prices for houses there, Riverside County is the place to actually invest in. The area is booming, even though the market is not as great as it was a few years ago, but the houses here are affordable. We're an hour north of San Diego. In a way, we're right next to Orange County, if you're familiar with that county in California. So it's a great strategic location for people who want to be in California but don't want to pay millions for houses in other counties.
Excellent. Thanks, Naveen. Donna, Chris, and then Jessica, Azzy.
Morning, everyone. So I'm with Keys Bahamas Realty in Freeport, Bahamas, and we service the entire Bahamas. I've been in the business for 20 years, and this is my 4th call.
Excellent. And I just love that you're here, because doesn't everyone want to sell or want to have a house in the Bahamas? Like, let's send everybody to Donna. Chris Dowell, Jessica, Azzy, and then we start to get to people without cameras on. So this is kind of a crapshoot. Shauna. So Chris, Jessica, Shauna.
I'm Chris Dowell from Berkshire Hathaway here in Kansas City. I've been doing real estate here for over 3 decades, and this is not my first time on this call.
It's not. Thank you, Chris. Chris is one of our longest standing members, so we appreciate you. Jessica, Shauna, Trina.
Hi, everyone. This is Jessica Azzy from Leah Realty. I'm actually licensed in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. I've been on Deb's calls since I started real estate. I'm also doing commercial and residential, and I look forward to connecting with all of you.
Excellent. Thank you. So Shauna, Trina, and then we're going to try Cassandra.
Good morning. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm not very technically advanced. I was trying to get my video on, but anyways, I'm a realtor here in Ventura, California, a little over a year now, and looking forward to interacting with all you guys and love to refer anyone who's going to be in any of your areas. So this should be fun.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us. Trina, oh boy, Trina, Cassandra, Jocelyn.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Trina. I am in the Phoenix, Arizona area. I cover basically all of the county and all the surrounding cities, even the outskirts and the rural areas. And I do love referrals. So if you want to send your clients to me, I promise to take great care of them. And happy to be here. This is my first time on.
Excellent. Thanks. Good to see you here, Trina. I'm so happy you joined us. Cassandra, Jocelyn, and then Ali.
Hey, sorry about that. I had to go check on a listing right now. So, but I am also in the Phoenix area. I own a team here. We do residential land and helping people learn how to build wealth through real estate. And so I'm very passionate about all of that. If you have any referrals this way, I'd love to chat with them. This is like my 10th time here. I don't know, I'm a frequent flyer, so.
Love it. We love frequent flyers. So Jocelyn, Ali, and then Jennifer.
Good morning, all. So my name is Jocelyn. I am not a realtor. I am a personal financial coach out of Washington State. So my goal is to help individuals with their day-to-day money management, either for yourself, because I do have some realtor clients, or for your clients who need assistance, either with down payment or afterwards, just so that they can, be on good track, financial stability with their finances. So give me a call, schedule a time to chat. I'd love to assist in any way I can. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, so Ali, Jennifer, Andrea, are you there? Can you unmute and talk to us? Introduce yourselves. All right. And how about you, Kim? Any of the rest of the people who don't have their cameras on? Okay. So I skipped Ray on purpose. We're going to go back up and have Ray introduce himself. And the reason I saved Ray for last is, one, Ray gets to start happy birthday for Denise. And then after we sing happy birthday, Ray gets to introduce Kristina because they are great friends and he's the reason she's here with us today. So Ray, it's all yours.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Welcome all of our new friends. My name is Raymond Schulseth, born and raised in Los Angeles, California. 12 years ago, I moved to Chicago for the weather, of course. I live in the northern suburbs in Glenview, Illinois, next to Northbrook, Evanston, those areas. I am a business coach for real estate agents and professionals. My wife and I also run an EXP team here in Chicago, and I am a multifamily specialist specializing in off-market large multifamily portfolios. I host a podcast, I host a coaching academy, and my buddy Walter and I, who you've probably seen in and around my Facebook feed, write a whole bunch of books. We have 4 books coming out this year. With that being said, it's birthday time to our dear friend Denise, and I'd like to start it off with happy birthday to you.
Everybody unmute.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear Denise.
Happy
birthday
to you. All right.
Thank you, Ray. I love
all
you.
Tampa
You guys saw
referrals go
that.
to Denise. Yeah. All right, guys. So my friend Kristina Rowland has been gracious enough to join us today. And she is just an awesome human being, but she's also really freaking smart. She does all sorts of stuff. I'm not going to ruin it or spoil it. I'm going to have her give a little bit of background on herself, but I have nothing but admiration and joy when it comes to us working together. So Kristina, everybody welcome. Give a warm welcome to Kristina. And Kristina, let us know what you do and who you are.
Good morning, everyone. Happy birthday again, Denise. It's got to be, what, 25? Probably, I would say. Looking great. So thanks so much for having me today, guys. It's I'm on the back of a pretty gnarly flight. It was delayed and I got here at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And this is not my normal time zone. So if my brain is a little delayed, that's why. But I am a serial traveler and serial entrepreneur. You'll never really find me in the same place twice. And that's how I ended up being an entrepreneur in the first place. Was I just really, really didn't like the four walls that I was living in when I was working in education. And so I tried everything to get to where I am today. So I've been an entrepreneur for about 15 years, I would say. I'm an unlikely entrepreneur. And my goal throughout the entire time of being an entrepreneur was to maximize efficiency. That is the one common thread that you can see through everything that I've done. And so after education, I ended up in financial services. My husband and I, we built a multi-seven-figure business in the financial industry, helping people get qualified for home ownership as a free alternative to credit repair, because that seemed like a really good service to provide, very efficient. There are a lot of people that need, help getting into houses. I think, 70% of the people that come across the desk don't immediately mean revenue for lenders and realtors. So that seemed pretty efficient. If we could help get them turned around and back to the realtor or lender that send them to us, we were really excited about that. Like, that's an efficient way to make money. And from there, I became obsessed with social media. Okay, social media is a branding tool, social media as a vehicle for getting free attention. I day trade in attention. That's what I'm consistently obsessed with, is the one metric in my business that I actually give a shit about. Sorry if I should have asked if I could say shit, but this is me. Is, do more people know that I'm in business today versus yesterday? And the easiest way to get that was through social media. And about 2 years ago, I figured out this thing called Jarvis AI, which I don't know if anyone has ever used. Jarvis came out about 2 years ago. And it was a system for how I could get a lot of the work done in social media world that took too long for me to do. So systems and efficiency have been at the core of everything that I've done, looking back, hindsight being 2020. So I have now developed a couple of strategies that allow me to operate both of my multi-seven-figure businesses. So the first being in financial services. Like I said, I do have help with my husband there. So I've automated a lot of that one, but I don't count it as well. But my branding agency runs on about 10 hours a week. So I work about 2 hours a day doing only the most important things. And the rest is delegated through excellent systems to either AI or automation, which is what allows me, like last year we took 16 trips. I homeschool my 3 kids because the school districts don't like it that we learn about Hawaii in Hawaii, they, that kind of thing. And so it's just a different lifestyle for us. And today I wanted to share how systems and AI and automation can really enhance a business. There are so many people right now that are honestly terrified of AI. And I'm here to dispel a couple of myths. I think, having worked with it for so long and then working with a lot of people in the specifically in the tech space, in the tech industry, that know a lot more about it than the rest of us just reading the articles coming out from wherever it is that they come out from. So I don't really want anyone to think about AI as a replacement for you. It's not artificial consciousness, okay? It's artificial intelligence. And it's not here to replace you. It's here to enhance what you can do. And for a business owner, that means either one of two things. You're either going to get some time back or you're going to get more revenue. Those are the two things that the AI and systems and automation will produce for you. And so before I get into all of the technical AI stuff, I want to talk about systems in general, because this is somewhere where Ray and I really connected initially, was in that's what makes him a great coach, right? He has amazing systems in place that support him to be able to be the family man that he is, to be the husband, to be the business owner, to be the coach, to be all of the hats that he wears, right? It's great systems. And that was one of the first things, like I said, that we connected over. And so if you don't have systems in your business, it's going to be very difficult to automate or integrate AI, which is why I think starting talking about systems is the appropriate place to start. And systems, you're going to have one of two. Okay, you're going to have one of two kinds of systems inside of your business. The first is going to be a system to overcome your deficits or weaknesses. Okay, the systems that overcome your deficits or weaknesses, those systems are going to buy you back your time. Those systems are time purchasing systems. Why? Because the things that we don't like to do and the things that we're not very good at take the longest. One, because we don't like them, and we drag our feet and we procrastinate about it, and we try to do everything in the world, including laundry, which nobody likes to do, in order to avoid the work, right? And if we're bad at it, that's another reason why it takes so long. It's an area of weakness. It's not an area of strength. And nobody is going to be great at everything. And I don't know who specifically needed to hear that today, but you're not going to be good at everything. And that's okay. Okay, that's okay. You don't have to be great at everything. So systems that cover your ass, so to speak, they compensate for the weakest areas. Like for me, it's follow up. I'll get into that later. But these systems of weaknesses, systems around weaknesses, they buy you your time back because you get so wrapped up in avoiding, or you're just not good at it. So it takes a lot of time. The second kind of system that you can have is a revenue accelerating or revenue increasing system. And these systems are built around the 20% of activities that are going to produce 80% of your results. Okay, 80% of your results are going to come from 20% of your activities. This is the Pareto principle. You see it all throughout nature. You see it all throughout business. I'm sure you've heard, if you've been in real estate for any length of time. If you haven't, you're about to hear it for the first time, but 80% of the licensed people do 20% of the work, and 20% of the licensed people get 80% of the business. Yes. Okay. So the same thing applies to your daily operational or daily, weekly, monthly operational activities. So systems that focus on what I call needle moving activity. Okay, needle moving activity. And really, every business only really has 3 needle moving activities. These are going to produce 80% of your results. Now, for every business owner, it's going to be a little bit different. There's going to have a little bit of nuance to it. And the reason for that is you want a different business than I do. I want a different business than Ray does. I mean, ultimately, we all want great, wonderful, profitable, amazing businesses, but you have to want to run it 10, 15 years from now. So don't build it based on someone else's standards. So like my needle moving activities are content. Okay. Number one, I know 100% that if I put out a good piece of well-crafted, brand specific content, that is going to get me 100x return versus a cold call. A cold call is 1x. A cold DM, that's a 10x. A great crafted piece of content is going to get me 100x return on my involvement. Okay, so I want you to think about ROI when it comes to needle moving activities is return on involvement. Okay, a lot of times when we say return on investment, people think, I'm not spending any money. How is this return on investment? It's a return on your involvement of your time. Okay, so that's one of my needle moving activities. My other needle moving activity is nurturing. Okay, so I have an environment where I nurture prospective clients. I have ideal clients and I have ideal prospects, and ideal prospects live in my nurturing community, and I spend so much of my time in there. And then the other one is taking care of myself. How do I take care of myself? I eat the food that makes me feel good. I work out. I go on vacations at least once a month, probably more. This is how I care for myself. I take a nap in the middle of the day. I do. I love it. I don't know how people are out here just pulling all dayers. I don't know how you're doing it. I can't do it. So these needle moving activities, I built systems in those for those not for the naps, okay, but systems for taking care of myself. Like I hired a travel agent, and her job is to make sure that I have enough ideas, things like this, to be able to just go and do what I want. Okay, so I build systems around these 3 needle moving activities. And guess what? It 10x's revenue, and it took me from 40, 50, 60 hours a week, burning the candle at both ends and in the middle, to 10 hours a week running my business. Okay, so 2 kinds of systems. And this is where I think a lot of people, especially in the novelty of AI, okay, so you could be the kind of person that you're a little bit scared, a little bit trepidatious about AI. That's fine. That's reasonable. Learn more about it. But you could be the other kind of person that's like really excited about AI. You just don't know what to do. And what I see a lot of business owners doing is they're plugging in components of AI, and they don't have a system. So they're just adopting these in. And this AI is now kind of like another employee that you have to manage. You have to go tell the AI what you want it to do, or you have to go, it's another step in your business. Okay. It's another step that you have to do every single day. And I think it comes from not knowing exactly what to automate. So you want to automate and find AI for the things that are your weaknesses. And you want to automate systems and find AIs for the things that are going to move the needle in your business more than others. That's where you start. Okay. That's where you start. And because artificial intelligence is not artificial consciousness, how well you know how to use the tool is going to determine the results that you get. Okay, so this is where I'm seeing a lot of chatter about ChatGPT, GPT-3, GPT 3.5, and like the extensions and everything that goes along with that. AI makes either a great assistant or a great coach. Okay, I want you to think about it like that. It makes a great assistant or it makes a great coach. Automations, they make great coworkers, is how I think about them. So when it comes to AI and either being a great coach or a great assistant, is you can offload the work that you don't want to do. Maybe it's the weakest point. For me, the first thing I automated was follow-up. I have an AI that sits in on my Zoom meetings whenever I'm sitting down with a client, and that AI is taking notes. And not just is it taking notes, it emails a summary to my client at the very end. It emails a summary to me, but it also gives me tasks that needed to be done based on this conversation. And I've integrated it into my Notion, which is where I keep my daily calendar, which is where I keep my activities that I need to do every single day in my business. And it automatically adds those tasks to my to-do list. Okay. And you're going to get a list, just so you know. You're going to get a list of all of the AIs that I'm describing here now. I'm not going to demo for you because we don't have time for that. But I'm going to send a list of all of the AIs and what they do. Okay. And on the back end of that, you're going to have my contact information. So if you have questions, you can reach out. Kristina, I didn't understand what you meant about this XYZ. That's fine. We'll talk about it. You'll get your questions answered. No problem. But that AI, because I'm so bad at follow-up, why am I bad at follow-up? Because I've got ADHD, man. I am just like shiny all the time. Like everything has to be shiny, sparkly, otherwise it doesn't have my attention, right? And so I get off the appointment, I'm so excited, and then I have my next appointment, right? Because I'm double booked, because I keep all of my appointments in a very specific time window that I know that I'm going to be working my best, okay, my best hours, my best brain hours. This is when I have my appointments. So they're back to back to back. And gosh darn it, if by the time I'm done with the third, I don't remember what I needed to do for the first one. And that was bad follow-up. Like that fell on me. I wasn't good at this. So I went and I looked. There are libraries. Okay. There are 2,145 AI right now that are worth a damn. And so I had to identify my problem. That's a lot. That's too many to filter through. So what I did, and this is a strategy. Okay. This is a strategy. This is what I do. I tried to figure out what was gonna be the best thing to automate. And then I looked through the 10 or 15 options that were available to fix that particular deficit in me. All right. And so everybody, this is why I'm not going to demo anything specifically, is everybody has strengths. Everybody has unique strengths. Everybody has unique weaknesses. And so knowing what those are, then we can go find an appropriate AI that is going to help you. And then we can automate that into the system that you're using in order to be successful, right? We can integrate it into your daily tasks. We can integrate it into your priorities. We can integrate it into your CRM. You can, whatever it is that you use, all of these digital tools, the nice thing about them is they like to talk to each other most of the time. Most of these are highly integratable. They want to talk to the other things that you're using inside of your business because the AI want more people to use them. The developers of the AI want more people to use them. So they leave them completely open-ended on the design, on the software side of things, to where they can integrate into whatever CRM you're using, whether that be they can integrate into ClickUp, Notion, Trello. They can integrate, most of them integrate into what CRMs are people using? Keep, Infusionsoft. Yep, you can integrate them into Monday. You can, they integrate so well, and then it just automatically runs in the background. And this is what I mean when I say it's here to enhance you. Because if you're not bogged down, okay, if you're not bogged down, and this could be a personal win or this could be a professional win. I want to tell you about a personal win. So I have, I also in short-term rentals, okay, because I do believe in real estate as a wealth creation mechanism. All right. So very, very involved in short-term rentals, house hacking, all of that kind of stuff. Absolutely obsessed. I love it. I didn't realize how impassive that income was going to be, because my guests, they have 75 questions, every single one. And I want to help, you know, I want to be a good hostess. That's what I want to do. So they ask about restaurants and they ask about when's check-in time and could they read the welcome book? Yeah, they could read the welcome book, but do they? No. I don't know if you guys have buyers or sellers that maybe behave this way. But that was my experience. And so what I thought was kind of like passive income really wasn't a whole lot of passive income. So I trained an AI chatbot, an AI-powered chatbot, to answer all of those questions. I gave the chatbot all of the information about my property, about my island, about the events that are going on. I gave it the hospitality website. I gave it all these things. And so now when guests check in, they get their little robot butler. His name's Thomas. And they can ask Thomas whatever they want. And they think they're talking to me. And whenever they ask a question that Thomas doesn't know the answer to, he kicks it up to me with a little blurb of the conversation so that I can see what they've been talking about. And then I respond. But it's reduced my time spent on that one to, instead of like 2 hours per guest per property, now it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And that time is time that I get to spend with my kids. It's time that I get to travel. It's time that I get to do all of these things. And so it's either going to bring you extra revenue, which I really, really am excited about for you. I think that's wonderful. But the more exciting part for me is the ability of enhancement of AI to give you quality of life, to increase the amount of time that you have to do the things that you love, to spend with the people that you love, to impact the world the way that you want to just do the things that only you can do. That's the other thing. Only you can do with your business. There are things that only you can do to serve your people. And paperwork isn't one of them, right? Anybody can do paperwork. Anybody can do follow-up. Anybody can do any of that. And so AI and automation is here to let you be the best version of you in the service that you provide by freeing up your time and emotional bandwidth to do the things that actually matter. And I don't know if we're doing Q&A or anything like that. Like I said, I have like 7 different AIs that I'll put out into an email in what they do and all of that kind of thing. I did see a lot of questions about Chat GPT. The value there, the results that you're going to get are going to be predicated on the kind of prompt that you put in. And so I created a library of 500 plus, I'm adding to it all the time, ChatGPT marketing prompts. So that just because that's hazard of the day job, okay, being in branding and marketing, that there are marketing prompts that you could use in order to ask ChatGPT to write good content for you, to do an email for you, to, you know, Facebook post, whatever. You can use these prompts to get really good results in emails, in any kind of like written copy and marketing and things like that. And so I will make sure that Debbie gets a copy of that so that you can have access to that library. Also, everybody who's here on the call, everyone's going to get access to that for being here today. So good job for being present. Good job for being here. We'll make sure that you guys get that. And so with that, I'm going to turn it back over to the wonderful host and say thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you, Kristina. And so I'm going to say that this is generally the time that we would go into breakout rooms. However, there's been a ton of questions, like the chat is just going crazy, and I'm getting personal messages that this is the best meeting they've had. They love it. So yeah, so wonderful. I actually would love to have people, if you put a question in the chat, why don't you raise your hand? And I think instead of going into breakout rooms, we'll just keep going and let Kristina answer any questions, that kind of thing. So who has a question they'd like to have Kristina answer for them? Anyone raise hands, or maybe even just take yourself off mute.
Hi, this is Peggy, and one of the biggest questions that was through the chat is which AI are you using, like to set up Thomas?
Oh, so okay, so Thomas is something that my business partner and I developed. And so that is a product that we're going to be bringing to market soon.
Well,
yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. It's amazing what he can do. Most chatbots, just so you know, most chatbots, you have to speak to them to train them. So you have conversations with them and they gather information. Whereas Thomas, we can take PDFs, URLs, whole websites and drop them in, and it's trained in minutes. And so for me, it was really, I wanted to solve my own problem of all of these guests always asking questions from all my short-term rentals, right? But Thomas can do anything. Front end work, back end work in business. It's not really clear to us yet what we can't program in there, which is really exciting.
So I have a question on that. Can Thomas make a phone call? Like, we send out our deals every week because we have so many of them, and then people click on them to look at them. So could Thomas, I don't know if you're going to call it Thomas or not, but could Thomas call them and say, let's set up an appointment or whatever?
The little icon, he's got a mustache that makes him look a lot like Tom Selleck. And I wanted to call him Magnum AI, but that was already taken. So we settled on Thomas instead. And he can't make phone calls, okay, but can text. And there are other AI that you could use. Here's the thing about AI. We're in the frontier of it. Okay, this is the Wild West as far as AI and the internet and all of this goes. Okay, so what I want you to bear in mind, Peggy, is that this is the worst that it's ever going to be. Like, this iteration is the worst it's ever going to be. And these iterations of AI, they're not dynamic. And so what I mean by that is they cannot do complex tasks. All 2,145 AI that are actually useful, because there are 10,000 plus AI, but most of them are garbage. Okay, most of them are absolute garbage. And a lot of people are just banking on the novelty of AI and putting a product out there and getting money for it. And it really doesn't perform very well. But about 20%, Pareto principle, actually do. 20% of the ones on the market are actually worth their salt. But they can't do complicated tasks. They can do one task. And they can't always, not all of them do one task even very well. So what I have developed is a series of what I call AI recipes, okay, where you take an integration software, an automation software called Zapier, and you connect a bunch of tasks, different AI, to do a sequence of things. So I'll give you an example. I have a sequence that when I get an email, it gets popped over into ChatGPT. From ChatGPT, it will answer that email and then send it back to my Gmail, and that lands in my drafts. So it doesn't automatically send, but I get an email in, a prompt gets sent to ChatGPT, ChatGPT writes out a response for that based on the information that I've trained. I'm going to be using Thomas to do this in the future. And that gets kicked back into my drafts. So now I just have to go look at the email that's in my draft, that's already been curated, that's already been written out, make sure that it doesn't have any errors, make sure that it's, good, and then hit send. And there we go. And it freed up, I don't know how many emails you get a day.
Hundreds,
Peggy. But even if every email only took you 5 minutes, and now it goes down to 30 seconds, we're buying back time in really micro increments that add up to hours. So these now there will be an AI. So I'm telling you, I'm sure that there is something that could make your phone calls. There is some sequence of things that could be put in place to make those phone calls for you. But right now, it's going to be a couple of different things linked together in the right order to do that. And someday, you bet your butt, there's going to be a whole workflow in one solution that you do that with.
Thank you for the answer.
Yeah.
Gina,
I should warn people, it's long answers to short questions with me.
So Kristina, if you have like the top AI platform that you think we can start with, especially for those who are new to this whole thing, what would you recommend just for us to test the waters and try to like see what we can do with maybe the most useful one that you've seen so far that maybe we can try?
Wonderful question. ChatGPT is definitely the most useful, practical, well done AI that's on the market right now. And what it is it's a large language model. Okay, so it's very interactive with you. It feels like a person. And so you can ask it to tell me about AI in like a 5-year-old, and it will tell you. And it can write emails for you. It can write copy for you. Now, I highly train my ChatGPT. That's the only thing that I will say. One, it's worth paying for Pro. If you're going to go fiddle around with it, pay the $20 a month, get 4.0, because you get all of these. There are 31 internet extensions to it right now. Like this is something that I see will absolutely put my financial firm out of business, is what AI can do in financial services right now. What ChatGPT has in its extensions, you can ask ChatGPT to build you a portfolio, give it your risk tolerance, give it your goals, how much you have right now, and when you want to retire and all these things. It will write out a portfolio. It'll write out a plan. It'll do all of this for you. Now, I don't know what the results of that are compared to like mutual funds yet, but I see the writing on the wall. Okay. It's incredible. It will revolutionize every industry. So I think learning about it at the very least, like they use AI in combines now in horticulture. They zap weeds within 1/10 of a millimeter accuracy with lasers so that they don't have to spray herbicides on massive crops. It's AI built into the giant combine machine. It's in farming. It will be in everything. And 5 years from now, there are going to be two kinds of people. There are going to be people who know how to use AI and are going to be employed very well. And there are going to be people who don't know how to use AI and they're going to struggle. That's my prediction. So learn ChatGPT because it's the easiest. It's the easiest to use. It's the easiest to understand. It's the most user-friendly. Even if you don't use it for writing things in your business, like you can, I believe in better branding than what ChatGPT can put out for you. But that's where I would start learning. Just go in and mess around with it, play with it, get to know it, get to know what the technology feels like, what it does, what its limits are, what they aren't, and start there.
Excellent. Trina has her hand up. Trina, would you like to ask a question?
I would. Can you tell me more about the assistant that you have that goes out with you? Because that's where I need help. I recognize that right away. That would be something great.
The follow-up
Yes.
AI on Zoom?
Yeah.
So there are like 3 tools that do this. They're all less than $45. It's not obvious to me which one is better than another. But it sits in, it's called a Scrum Master.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what it does is you bring it into your Zoom meetings just like you would invite any other person. And it shows up. One of them is called Fathom. Yeah, Scrum, SCRUM, not B. Sorry, Denise. Yeah. So one of them is called Fathom. Okay, and that's not the one that I use. But what it does is it sits in like another participant on your Zoom meeting. And it records everything. So it'll record your video. So Debbie, you never have to remember to record. Okay. Danny just found himself out of a job. And what it can do is it can transcribe and take notes also. So it turns that audio into video, or it takes that video and turns it into transcript. And then what it does is it'll make tasks for you. And it will send you an email of the tasks that need to get done based on the conversation that was had. So it's powered, most of them are powered by ChatGPT being a large language model. The large language model just means that it understands human conversational nuance in every language. Okay, in every language. So those tasks, you're going to get them in the form of an email. Now, if you'd like, what you can do is you can create an automation between your Fathom and your Notion or Trello or Mondays or ClickUp or, any of these project management or daily management software. And Fathom will go in and it'll put tasks, and then you have to go out and assign them and you have to complete them. It's not going to assign, but some of them, the one that pay more, that are in beta right now, they're not available to the public. You have to kind of get on I'm on one that's on a waiting list, and it's not fully available to the public. But what mine does is it sees who the task was for from the Zoom. And so it assigns the tasks to the different people in the project based on what was the conversation that was had in Zoom.
Okay. Can you use it in person too?
Huh? No,
can you use it in person?
No, you can't probably. It's only good through Zoom. Most of these AI, all of these AI are going to be confined to the internet, to internet interactions.
Still very helpful.
Yeah, if I could find a way to have just someday we will. Someday
So,
it'll
you know
be like
what-
Bicentennial Man. I don't know if you ever watched that movie with Robin Williams.
What's that?
Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams.
Yes.
Did you ever watch that movie? It'll be like
Yes.
that. Someday, that is the world that we will live in.
Perfect. Thank you so
No,
much.
Denise, I do not have a tech background. I am just obsessed with efficiency. Like I geek out over efficiency systems, all of that kind of stuff. I don't have a tech background. It's actually funny. My tech guys, I know enough to be dangerous back here. Like I know enough about tech, like at the bottom. Okay. Like how to use my iPhone and Zoom. And then I know from this up here. And then my tech guys are like, you're missing all of this in the middle. You don't know how to do any of this. How did you learn how to do this up here without any of that? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't need it. Apparently, you guys wasted time. You guys needed to learn all of that stuff. I didn't need to learn that. But no, I don't have a tech background. You do not have to have a tech background in order to utilize this kind of stuff. I'm just a strategically lazy person. Okay. Which is just another word for efficient, but I am strategically lazy. I am going to try and find the fastest, easiest way to do something that I can.
Love that. And, while Trina was asking that question, I thought, well, if you wanted to hack it, you could have Zoom open on your phone while you're having appointments, if you're showing houses or whatever, and have it record all of that stuff. And you could say into the Zoom, make sure you blah, 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 whatever
Sure.
the task is. Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, you could. There you go, Debbie. Dynamic. Good job.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, you
well,
absolutely, that's a great point. You could do that. You can do all of that. It's all, Danny, you can't be strategically lazy and just call it something else. Your wife will be mad at you and then she'll get mad at me because I taught you that. So use with caution. I don't want to be in trouble with anybody's wife.
Wonderful.
Kristina
Well,
said I get to be lazy.
Yeah, nobody gets to use that. She won't come back. So, and we want her back. This has been an amazing hour that we have spent with you. I think everyone here has learned something, and the chat is just full of, how much they've enjoyed it. And so I'm so grateful that you came and hung out with us this morning. Thank you, Ray, for introducing Kristina. With that, I think we're gonna put a lid on this one and call it done. And Kristina is gonna send me a few things, the list of, I think you said 37 AIs that you recommend, and then some chat GPT prompts you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, you know what? I never even mentioned today. I'm sure all the people who have been here for a while know and have already done this, but anyone who has not dropped their contact information in the chat, please do so. Kristina, I don't know if you got your information in there. If anyone wants, okay, so tell me before we end this, if somebody wanted to learn more and work with you on these things, do you have an option for doing that? Or like, I don't want to overwhelm you with all these people who just need, a few minutes of your time, but do you have a way for people to work with you to learn this stuff?
I do. And so if anybody's interested in that, I did drop my cell phone and my Instagram and TikTok handle in there. I can also go and just put my Facebook profile, and you can send me a direct message. It's probably one of the easiest way, or a text message, phone call. I'm available. I love this stuff because it has given me, just so you know, in 2009, we built our business, but I almost wanted to burn it to the ground because it felt like my business owned me at that point. Because of how we had built it. It didn't have great systems. It wasn't very efficient. It was all of these things. And kind of one of the best things that came out of the pandemic was I had time to readjust and do all of these kind of things and reframe it. And now I have 2 businesses that I'm absolutely obsessed with. And I get to take 6 vacations a year and all of these other things. So if I can help other entrepreneurs, freedom, enjoying people who, I really do think small businesses are the key to saving our economy. So if I can help anybody do that in some measure, I'm available for it. I love it. So yes, reach out to me. There is some way we could probably work together. I'm used to supporting realtors and lenders specifically because of our financial firm. I've been working with realtors and lenders for a very long time. So I do happen to know kind of a lot of what your guys' pain points are just from being in relationship with excellent realtors and lenders like Ray and you. But over the course of 15 years. So I feel kind of uniquely positioned to be able to help lenders and realtors also with this kind of stuff.
Excellent. Okay. So everybody, hopefully you've gotten all of your information in the chat, and Ray said that he was going to download the chat and then upload it back in. Did you do that, Ray?
Already done.
Excellent. So everyone knows how to go get the chat. You actually, everyone knows to just go click on and download what Ray did. So he makes it easy for us. He's our chat GPT system in the call.
There you go. He wants me to put him out of work too. He's like, automate, systematize. Let's do it.
Excellent. Well, I cannot thank you enough for being here with us. I know everyone has really enjoyed. I've enjoyed it, and I know everyone else has too. All of your energy and everything that you've taught us today. Looking forward to putting some of that into work for me myself.
Absolutely. And the next time I'm in Colorado Springs, bet your butt we're gonna go to Marigold's and have us a good time.
Love it, love it. How long are you in Denver for?
I'm only here till Sunday. I'm doing a business event here in the metro area. I'm speaking at an event here, and I took some extra time to hang out with my nieces and nephews and my family. But the next time I'm in Colorado, I will make time to be in Colorado Springs because
wonderful.
Any excuse to get their chocolate cake and have a good time with good friends. It's perfect.
Wonderful. Love it. I can't wait to meet you in person and give you a hug. So everyone, I know we're over time. So thank you guys all for hanging out with us. I'm going to put a lid on this and I will post the recording shortly as soon as it transcribes or does its thing. You know what I'm talking about. So we'll see everybody next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Happy birthday, Denise.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, and thank you for an amazing meeting. Kristina, thank you for that special birthday. That's the best gift ever. You rock. God's blessing.
Oh, wonderful. Happy birthday. I hope the rest of it's just as good, even better.
Goodbye, everyone.